He's got somebody bearing down on him. He just like flicks it like a pitch with his
Mhm.
left hand. It goes 7 yards to the closest receiver. They get the first down. He did that, I think, against Georgia. Like, he's got some very strong improvisational skills.
When you look at how the draft unfolded this spring, where everybody went and watching some training camp, watching some preseason, which rookie or rookies do you think is in the best position to contribute right away and will be a really good player right away for his team?
Oh man, I'm gonna go to Pittsburgh, and I know some people are gonna say Kenny Pickett. I'm gonna say George Pickens. Like, George Pickens has been an absolute monster, right? It's crazy when people see him and he sells his release on run plays, and then he just runs up and just bodies the corner because he's blocked. He did that at Georgia, like, all the time. Like, he did it all the time. He did it against Michigan to Dax Hill, who's the star, which I'll talk about in a second, the star rookie over there in Cincinnati. But, looking at the receiver situation, you got Deontay Johnson, you have Chase Claypool, you drafted Calvin Austin, but the other spot's been open, and I think that's why they drafted him. Now, there was some concerns about his maturity, but from a game standpoint, he's got the explosiveness, he's got the speed to win vertically. He's a solid route runner as well. I think I like his routes, his ability to get in the blind spot and work DBs in man coverage. And then at the end of the day, his catch radius, his ball skills, be able to track the ball downfield, attack it at its highest point, climb the ladder. I always say with guys like that, the phrase I always use is you throw it where the kids can't get it. Like, and you know what I'm saying? So it's like you put it where these smaller DBs can't play with him and play basketball on those alley-oop plays. Like, yeah, you can jump, but you're gonna get dunked on. And that's kind of the situation with him. So he's a willing blocker. He's tough. He's physical. Got great hands. He's got the total package to be a wide receiver one in this league. And I think he's in the perfect situation to come out early. Because I don't think, even with the way that he played in the preseason, I don't think teams are going to put their number one corner on him. They're going to go to the more refined guy. The guy has proven himself for the past couple of years that they just paid, and that's Deontay Johnson, right? Because he's a route runner. He's quick. He's explosive. The one thing you don't want is cornerback 2 or 3 that isn't well equipped to cover him, to then man-to-man him, and you try to put your top guy on Pickens, and then he goes off. So Pickens may have to earn some of that respect from defenses, but I think he's in a great situation to thrive. And then I just talked about Dax Hill. Jesse Bates, he's returned to the team, came back to the organization, signed his free agent tender, because he knows he's not going to get it 9 times out of 10. He just watched Derwin James break the bank at safety. Cincinnati has to pay Joe Burrow. They have to pay Jamar Chase. They're going to have to figure out the T. Higgins situation. They got a lot of people they're going to have to pay. Jonah Williams is going to come up on the contract soon. Like, at left tackle, they're going to have to pay different guys. And because of that, Jesse Bates 9 times out of 10 is not getting them, is 9.5 times out of 10 is not going to get paid by the Cincinnati Bengals what he wants. And now, if he's willing to take a team-friendly deal, sure, I don't see that happening personally. So I think it's going to be a situation where he say, you know what, I am not doing it. I'm gonna play this season out. I'm God forbid, I'm praying that he stays healthy all season so he can go into the off season. Maybe they trade him to a team that says, hey, we need to add this high profile piece in our secondary. He gets paid. But because of that, Daxton Hill, who anybody that watched him at Michigan, he is a do-it-all safety. He can play the single high. He can play split zone safeties where it's 2 of them in the back and play cover 2 deep. He can come down in the nickel. He even plays. He's got the tools to play outside corner as well. And then, of course, he's a tremendous blitzer off the edge as a defensive back. He will lay the lumber to unaware quarterback. So he has a lot of those things that are very translatable. And he's been making plays this preseason. So even with Jesse Bates there, I think Von Bell's their strong safety. Do not be surprised to see a lot of Daxton Hill or Dax Hill on the field, even with those other 2 veteran safeties on the field as well.
I like it. We'll end on this, Damian. So when you look at the undrafted lists here, undrafted rookies, who did you like coming into the draft? You were like, they probably won't get drafted, but I'm really interested to see where they get on with. Who was the one that you liked watching their tape, watching their film in the college game, and then where they ended up that you're like, I think this undrafted player is going to be good? Who do you think it is?
I'm There's a couple different guys, of course, but I would say off the top of my head right now, like I like, and I mean I don't know how much he's going to play once the top guy returns from being healthy. But I like Jaylen Warren. I was a big
Okay.
Jaylen Warren fan, running back out of Oklahoma State that went undrafted. He signed with the Steelers, and he's had a good preseason as well. And I've really liked what I've seen from him because he's just really. He's tough. He's physical. He's got some twitch and juice in his game. He's got a compact, dense build. Got some long runs and quick feet. And for offense or running back room where it's Najee Harris, Benny Snell, Anthony McFarland, I think Jaylen Warren could definitely carve out a role. And especially, I think the injury I heard was a sprained Liz Frank for Najee Harris. Liz Frank's period are never good.
Yeah.
So like to hear